Hi guys, welcome back to another week in my life. I thought this week it would be good to do something a little bit different and actually track my spending for a week and see how much I spend in a week, because I don't know what kind of vibes I give off, but I'm actually not the best with money, which would explain why I'm currently in my overdraft. This vlog was actually made a couple of weeks ago when I still had 2 jobs. I was spending money like I had 2 jobs, unfortunately. I think if I was to film the video again this week, I would spend a lot less money, but I didn't want to not upload it because I feel like I need to be held accountable for some of my silly spending. I do think sometimes money is a little bit of a controversial subject, so I did just want to have this little disclaimer at the start. I did also want to say that at the time of filming this video, the new mask regulations hadn't come in yet and the cases of COVID weren't rising like they are now, so just bear that in mind if you see me not wearing a mask as much. I think I'll leave it there so you can watch the weekly vlog, but at the end of the video I will total up how much I spent and also add on any monthly outgoings like rent and bills. Hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment if you want more of these kind of themed weekly vlogs or any other types of vlogs that you want to see. But yeah, anyway, I will leave you to enjoy the vlog. On Monday morning, I headed to campus for 3 back-to-back lectures and obviously stopped off at Pret for my first coffee of the week. You might have guessed already, but I get the monthly subscription to Pret, which is essentially unlimited hot drinks for £20 a month. So at the moment, I'm spending about £5 a week to stay caffeinated the entire week long. I'm going to include all kind of subscriptions and memberships when I tell you about my bills at the end of the video. We're still on the nervous system module at the moment, so I had a 9 AM lecture on motor control, followed by a pharmacology lecture on drugs in nausea and migraine. On the way to our final lecture of the morning in the uni cinema, we stopped off at the little weekly food market on campus, and although I was tempted, I didn't buy anything this time. The last lecture of the morning was another pharmacology lecture, this time looking at the eye. After lectures, we headed to the plant pot for a lunch break, and I've been really organised on this day and brought a packed lunch of chicken pesto pasta. I'm about to go to the hospital for my tutorial, which I do after my healthcare support worker placement, and Harry's just told me I need to write 300 words on professionalism to bring to the tutorial. Is that right? Because Harry's actually facilitating the tutorial.
Big up.
Big up. And that's because he's special, because he's already done HCA work in the past, so he didn't have to do the shifts.
Up the HCA.
Up to the HCA. So anyway, now I'm just panic writing a 300 words on professionalism. And I've got about 15 minutes to do it. Usually I catch the bus to the hospital, but today I managed to get a lift off the lovely Emerald. We actually arrived early and had an hour before our tutorial, so headed to the Health Sciences Library to get on with some Anki flashcards before heading to the tutorial. This tutorial was basically a reflection session on our healthcare support worker shifts we'd done a few weeks ago, and the sessions were peer-led by students like Harry, who've already done in-hospital work experience. We chatted and reflected on what we enjoyed and what we didn't enjoy so much about working in the hospital, and then caught the bus back to campus at 4, and this cost me £2.20. I managed to get a quick gym session in when I got back. My uni gym membership cost me £20 a month at the moment, so I'm spending £5 a week on the gym, which isn't that bad in my opinion. That evening I was pretty tired after a long day, so I cooked myself and Jack some sweet potato dal before collapsing in front of the TV. Tuesday, my timetable was a lot lighter as I just had some pre-recorded lectures to do, so I started the day off with a trip to the gym for a leg day. When I got home, I had a video call with a brand I'm working on an exciting collab with, which was very cool to chat to them about the video plans we had. In the afternoon, I fancied a change of scene from campus, so went to work in one of my fave coffee shops, Muse. The return bus cost me £3.70, and I got myself a bagel and an oat milk latte, which came to £5.50. I worked through the pre-recorded lectures on the neuromuscular junction and homeostasis of the brain before heading to Tesco to get a few bits. Right, I'm home. The bus didn't show up. I had to wait a very long time, but we're back. I'm going to show you quickly what I bought from Tesco. So this little shop came to £10.90. Normally I wouldn't do that much of an expensive mini shop because we normally just do a big shop at Lidl and try and make that last a week, but because Jack's away and we have no food in, I thought I would just do a mini shop while he's away, and then we'll do another food shop later in the week, if that makes sense. So I got chicken breast, lettuce, an avocado. I got 2 yogurts because these are like protein yogurts, I think. And I just wanted to try them because I'm going to the gym a lot more and I don't feel like I am eating enough protein. So I'm going to have some protein yogurts. Hello me! My treats for the day. These are my kind of spontaneous purchases. Packet of Bourbons because I love a Chocky Bicky, and I got the Nando's chili jam because it was on offer, and basically I'm gonna have Nando's wraps tonight, so I was like, okay, go on, treat yourself. I was gonna give up on work for the day, but I think before dinner I am going to do a little bit of Anki and going over some lectures from a few weeks ago, just because I told myself I would do that. I'll actually show you. I've got a big old to-do list down here. So this is how I track where I'm at with my consolidation. So I've done all of week 1 and 2 of my renal module. I've got to do 3 and week 4. And like I also track whether or not I've made Anki flashcards for the lecture. So where there's a green cross, I still need to make Anki flashcards. So yeah, we're gonna get started on week 3's lectures from renal. And the reason I do this is just to make sure that I've covered everything twice at least before I come to revise it, because I need to make sure that I'm actually remembering things. And I just found last year if I covered things multiple times, like 3 or 4 times by the exam, I was a lot more confident. So yeah, we're gonna do some consolidation now and then we're gonna cook dinner. Here is the contents of my wrap. I am very much looking forward to eating this. Okay, I'm struggling to keep this wrapped, but you get the idea. Wednesday, we had another day of pre-recorded lectures, so I met Harry at the library to get them done. Oh my god. Is that Malaga in the library? What the hell? I completely forgot to bring lunch with me, which was an absolute rookie mistake, and I couldn't even find my water bottle, so I had to get myself food and water from Pret, which came to an eye-watering £6.55, but the salad was very yummy, so I have no regrets. I worked through the lectures on motor neurone disease and epilepsy before doing some prep for my pathology tutorial on infections of the brain and nervous system. After getting everything done, Jack picked me up from campus and we headed to Lidl to do our weekly shop. I absolutely love Lidl. We've been shopping there for the last 6 months and I think it's so good value for money. We used to go to Sainsbury's and still do occasionally, but I do think Lidl is my absolute favourite supermarket. Linguine. This week's shop came to £38.10, which is about what we spend most weeks. It does vary depending on which sort of items we need, but Jack and I always split the cost, so my half came to £19 and 5p. Now it's getting colder, I'm always craving comfort food for dinner, so on this evening I made a hearty stew complete with dumplings. Here is the finished product, with dumplings included. A proper northern stew. Hello, good morning. It is bright and early because we have got a live lecture starting at 9 AM. Again, I'm not at the lecture, I'm in the half of the year group that's been told to watch it online. But yeah, we have 4 hours of lectures back to back now. So we've got 2 immunology lectures on antigen presentation and T cells, and then we have mechanisms of axonal degeneration, and then we have brainstem reflexes. So it's 9 o'clock, well, it's almost 9 now, and I'll be done around 1. So I'm literally just gonna get on with those. I've got my breakfast, I'm having yogurt and granola. And yeah, we're gonna get through it. It's just gonna be a very long morning. Waiting for the final live lecture to start. It's 12:05. I think they're having a little break in the lecture theatre, so. But this final lecture is on brainstem reflexes. Woohoo! Okay, lectures are done. I'm just gonna have some lunch. I've put some makeup on because I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. Oh, it's very bright in here. I've put some makeup on because I'm gonna be going out and about later. I'm just gonna make some lunch now before I go to the hospital for my pathology tutorial. It's nearly 2 and I think I need to leave in about an hour. So I'm just gonna chill, have some food, go on my phone. For lunch, I am gonna have my favourite. Where is it? I'm having my favourite Lidl bakery feta and tomato pesto focaccia. I think I might heat up some of the leftover stew from last night. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have some stew as well because I'm quite hungry today. My tutorial on intracranial pressure wasn't until 4, but it was nice to get out of the flat after 2 days of online lectures. I got a day rider for the bus for £3.70 this time because I knew I was going to be going back out in the evening.
I actually made it in my shed.
It's like you made it in like an art class or something.
I actually did.
Did you actually make it, or did someone make it for you?
No, they made it for me and gave it.
Oh right, okay. After the tutorial, I stopped off on campus to go to the gym for an arm workout. Right guys, I'm just heading out for dinner with my friend Flo. We are going into town. I don't think we've decided where we're going yet. But yeah, I'm going to catch the bus into town now. We're going to go for food and we might go to the little Christmas markets in town maybe. But I do have to be up early tomorrow and I have a really long day. So it can't be a crazy one. We ended up wandering around the Christmas markets, which I do think Florence was slightly more impressed with than I was. What? What? The Christmas market? But they were so cute. However, they were jam-packed with people, so we decided just to head for a classic cheeky Nando's instead.
Tell me I'm not the only one who goes for the kids menu. It's so worth it. You get 2 sides, right? Yeah. A burger, chicken, and it's only for what, £5. It's the way to go.
Should have done that.
Yeah, you should.
So I've gone for 4 chicken thighs, medium, some grains, salad and halloumi. I normally get chips, but I have eaten really badly this week, so I'm trying to be good.
Got free to go because like they put this abuse. Guys, if you want the best dessert is the chocolate cake with the cream. You won't regret it. Put in the comments down below if that's your favorite dessert, because we know only the real ones know.
In an unexpected turn of events, Florence convinced me to get a takeaway dessert. So my takeaway cheesecake came to £4.25.
And therefore they've been developed with a
Friday morning got off to a false start because one of the lecturers forgot they were meant to be hosting a 10 AM live, which meant I could have had an extra hour in bed, but never mind, I wasn't bitter at all. And then we had a 2-hour live lecture on multiple sclerosis. For lunch, I had pesto pasta while looking over some e-learning on embryology we've been set. After lunch, I headed to the hospital for my first in-hospital history-taking session, which cost me another £2.20 on the bus. Honestly guys, at this point I'm thinking it will be much more cost effective for me to get a bus pass. Watching this back has made me realise how much I rely on public transport at the moment. Luckily, I'm paired up with Nemo for my hospital placements and she kindly offered me a lift home. I've just got back from the hospital. It was very fun and it was quite an intense sort of session because we had to find the registrar that we've been paired up with and go up to him and be like, hello, we're here. And he basically straight away was like, right, who wants to take a history on this patient? Who wants to do a cardiovascular examination on this patient? So I took a history of a patient who just come out of surgery, and it was probably the second or third time I've taken a history of a real patient, so it was still quite scary. And when you practice with other medical students, it's really easy to take a history, but when a real patient is talking to you, like, they say a lot more because they're a real person. It was really cool to have some experience outside of the GP setting, because so far the only kind of history taking we've been doing has been with GP, so it was quite cool to like see patients in hospital and chat to them instead, and they were really friendly. And yeah, it was quite a quick session. We weren't there very long, I think just over an hour. It's nearly 4 now, but I think I want to get some Anki done before the weekend because I've got a busy weekend coming up. I don't know how much work I'm going to be able to do, so I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to have dinner, and then I'm going out. After briefly getting distracted by Jack, I got on with some Anki until dinner time. That evening, we went to the pub for Friday night drinks. I got the first Uber of the evening, which cost me £5.70, and we ended up doing rounds, so I spent £13.85 on drinks.
Yeah, so here we are at the local tart convention.
After we were promptly kicked out of the pub at midnight, we headed to the legendary Pizza Yo-Yo of Portswood for a good post-pub snack. Jack kindly offered to buy me some food, but I insisted I would be just fine stealing a few slices of his pizza. No, I'd rather just have a slice. If I have a slice of your pizza, I'll be satisfied.
That's fine if that's what you're going to do.
I want 10 chicken nuggets and an extra large chips.
You only do them in 8. But I can get you chicken nuggets.
No, it's fine. I just want pizza.
Dude, did I tell you I made a huge error earlier? Do you want to hear it?
What?
I went in co-op earlier, bought a can of Coke Zero. Scanned at the checkout, was barely even looking. Put my phone down to pay on contactless. £3.75. Some clown had left something on for £2.75 before.
Do you pay for that?
I paid for it all. No idea. Me. Yeah. I'm the clown.
What was it?
No idea. Some sort of sandwich, I think.
Saturday morning, I had my weekly lazy lie-in before catching the bus to Wide Lane, ready for our football match against Plymouth. I honestly think I should be sponsored by Unilink buses at this point because I spent yet another £2.20 on the bus. It was an absolutely bitter cold day, but we were feeling ready for a win after our loss against Brighton and Sussex Medical School a few weeks back. Luckily, I had Jack, Luke and Foon on the sideline to cheer me on.
And a good attacking position. Oh, and there's the ball cleared. Oh, handball. Her main duty appears to be avoiding the ball at all costs. Oh, a good attack here for Plymouth. They're through on goal. Got to hit that. Good keeping there. Lovely bit of goalkeeping. Sweeper keeper in action again. Foon, any thoughts? Nice hat, by the way.
Thank you. I am a model.
Swallow attack here. Go on, give it to Lid. Give it Lid. Oh, go on, Lid. 2 for the keeper. Lyd needs to attack the ball a bit more, I think. Right, how do you zoom on this thing? Yes!
Oh, that's very movie-esque.
Lyd thinks she's playing central midfield, but... Oh! Come on, this has got to be a goal. Oh, sweeper keeper in action. Oh, that's lovely goalkeeping. Go on, Lyd, get in there, Lyd. Go on, Lyd, pressure. Oh. Go on, Lyd, shoot! Go on, Lyd! Lydia!
We ended up beating Plymouth 7-0, although to be fair to them, they only had 10 players, but it was obviously nice to win after feeling like I was going to freeze to death for most of the afternoon. When I got home, I warmed myself up with a hot chocolate and got on with some video editing before heading out to celebrate our big win. I don't normally go out both nights of the weekend, but this weekend it felt like I should because I didn't want to be boring and not celebrate. I had to spend £5.09 on the Uber to Prees. We ended up in the Palace of Dreams, aka Jesters, which happens to do free entry for medics on Saturdays. I did, however, get caught out by the minimum card spend of £10 trying to get myself a vodka lemonade, and then my Uber home cost me £7.08. Finally, on Sunday, I ended up working all day at the pub, which is always fun because Sunday lunch is guaranteed to be busy. After a very long day at work, Jack came to pick me up, and obviously I had to indulge in a Sunday roast myself after watching people eat them all day long. Luckily, on the days I work, I get 50% off food, and I usually just get the kids' portion because it's still massive, so this roast cost me $1.99. We finished our week with a late night trip to see House of Gucci. The tickets for the cinema cost me £7.20, and I did end up not getting cinema snacks because I was so full after the roast. However, I did indulge in a Diet Coke from the Co-op opposite the cinema, which cost me £1.80. That is what I spent in a week. Like I said at the start, I do think I overspent on this particular week, and I definitely don't go out 3 or 4 nights in a row normally. Jack and I do love the cinema, but we don't tend to go more than once a month. Also, I feel like I spend too much on Ubers and buses. I think that is honestly over half of my weekly spend was on transport. So the problem for me is that I don't live in the student-y area. So I don't live in Portswood, which is where most students live. Because I'm a little bit further out, I do have to spend money on Ubers, probably more than the average student around here. When I was doing my first degree here, I lived literally 5 minutes from everything. So I do think that's where I'm probably spending more money at the moment. Okay, I've got the number. So my total spend for the week was £127.12, which that's a lot of money if you think about it on a monthly basis. And I did have 2 jobs at this point, but I don't have 2 jobs anymore. So I have watched a few other what I spend in a week videos from students, and I do think that the average, I don't think it's much higher than the average, but yeah, definitely need to rein it in with the socialising and the going out for dinner. And then if we add on the £161.50 that I spend on rent and bills, any subscriptions or gym memberships every month, that brings my weekly spend to £288.62. I hope it was useful kind of seeing what I spend in the average week. Definitely going to have to be implementing some money saving strategies in January. If you did enjoy the video, leave a comment down below, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!